Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Gorilla Talk. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of Gorilla Talk. It's our Gorilla Gamers podcast from the team at Gorilla Geeks TV. I'm Mike.
I'm Simon.
And we are back. It's our second week. It's our third podcast and it's great to be here.
Yeah.
We're now live on SoundCloud and if you listen to this on iTunes as well. And we're also on YouTube.
YouTube as well. Yeah.
So of course this is our first one of this week. We do it's a bi-weekly podcast. Every Tuesday we bring out the Gamers podcast.
Yeah, Gorilla Gamer podcast.
Gorilla Gamers. And then on a Friday it's Popcorn Banter, which is
Banter on a Friday.
all about the movies.
And a bit of TV
and
as
a
well.
bit of TV, a bit of movies and a bit of TV. So yeah, thanks for subscribing, thanks for listening.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some listeners from all over the world on SoundCloud.
We have, yeah. I had a quick look at the some of the stats. We've got listeners, like quite a few in the United States.
Yeah, that's your family though.
Well, only one of my family.
Yeah.
Actually two. My sister might listen to it as well. But yeah, so we're getting some listeners on there. What I would just ask is just please send us your comments.
Any criticism, constructive
criticism,
nothing
what we can
rude.
do better. Yeah, nothing rude, please. We get very hurt very easily.
Yeah.
But no, just anything you've got to sort of, what you'd like us to see us do in the future with the podcast, what you'd like to hear.
Or hear us do.
Hear us do, even, sorry. See us do maybe one day when we start doing a video podcast.
Yeah,
but yeah.
when we've had the plastic surgery.
Yeah, exactly. Like what you'd like to hear us do in terms of what content you want us to sort of talk about.
Yeah.
Let us know.
So we're on to the first section of the show. This happens every show. We have one for this podcast and for the movies podcast. It is now time for the news.
And our first news story. Nintendo is set to release a new interactive gaming experience called Libido.
Labo.
Oh.
You've written... Oh,
sorry.
Labo. He's
Labo.
actually... And then no word of a lie, he's actually typed it up saying libido. I don't know what... Look, every time he's got the word Labo, it says libido.
Sorry, let's remember. Just
don't read
Labo.
that. That would be a completely different
Labo.
gaming experience from
Yes,
Nintendo.
that would be. Oh. Anyway, Labo is the next generation of toys to life, except instead of transforming toys into in-game characters, Labo lets players build their own toys.
Libido lets you build your own toys. That'd be
With the aid of Switch's Joy-Cons, players can create what Nintendo calls Toy-Cons. Toys that can act as controllers for gamers or as their own little experiences enhanced with the Switch.
Ooh.
This is done through cardboard pieces, which Nintendo will sell to players to looking to build their own projects. Depending on the pieces, you can use the cutouts to assemble anything you can imagine.
Anything at all?
Well, I think that'll be within reason, probably.
So not anything you can imagine then?
Well, we'll see. The first lit trailer shows several examples, but the simplest one is the piano. After building the piano with the perforated cardboard pieces, players can insert the Joy-Cons onto both sides and the screen at the top. The IR camera in the right Joy-Con will detect what button is being pressed and allow the Switch to play the correct musical keys when the piano buttons are being pressed.
If as long as your Joy-Cons are synced properly.
They fixed the syncing issue. It was a software issue. Most Joy-Cons were a software issue. I haven't really had any issues. I think I had issues with mine when 1-2 Switch came out.
Yeah.
Because me and Rachel were trying to play one of the games and it just wasn't working.
Yeah, mine's been alright actually.
But there's been several software updates since then, so I think they've pretty much nailed the issue.
Yes.
The piano has 13 working keys. The project can get even more complex. For instance, you can build a remote control car that uses the HD rumble to move around. The same can be applied to a fishing rod and a robot apparatus that lets you control an in-game robot. So interesting.
Mm.
Have you seen the video, Mike?
I have.
Yeah, you saw the trailer.
I did kind of put it on and went, what is this?
It's very Nintendo. Say. They kind of do their own thing.
Yeah.
They let the Xbox and the PlayStation do all the next-gen graphics and all that stuff. They just go off on their own little tangent.
I know, let's bring out a game where we sell cardboard and we sell it for 60
You
quid.
say that, I watched a video earlier on and someone said in the 80s they did a very similar thing with like origami and paper in Japan. Nintendo haven't always been a software games developer.
Wasn't that one of those things that you had at school where you went, pick a
not
colour,
that.
BLUE, pick a number,
more.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The girls normally
Who do you
have that,
fancy?
Yeah.
I had one of them.
Maybe that's a new one for the Switch. Maybe that'll be a new one. Instructions for building the various sets will be available on the Switch screen for easier access.
So As long as it's not IKEA that's supplying the instructions, you'll be
No.
all right.
It's Nintendo. Actually, on the video, it's very brief, but you do see like a 3D model of and it's quite clear.
There's something very similar to this. Lego.
Yeah, but Lego's a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
A lot more expensive.
It used to be.
No. I think it probably always has been. We've just had it bought for us.
Yeah, we never bought it ourselves.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I did have Lego Dimensions for a while, and that got too expensive.
Do you remember the pirate ship, the massive?
I had the pirate ship.
My cousin
and the island.
My cousin had the biggest pirate ship, like the big one.
Yeah.
My parents got me the tiny little one. So that's probably me on Sea of Thieves. I'll have the tiny boat, and everyone else will have.
I had the tiny boat and the big boat, and then I built them, and then like. My mum and dad were like, "What have you done?" And I'd like just sort of moulded them into like some weird sort of thing.
Oh god! At launch, Nintendo will sell 2 Joy-Con kits. The first, Toy-Con kits, I should say. The first, called Variety Kit, can be used to create 5 projects. It's priced at £59.99. Then there's the Robot Kit, which lets you build a robot suit to act as a controller. It's priced at £69.99.
So it's over £100 for this.
Not really. No, if you buy one or the other. So but not everyone's going to want to do the robot. That's going to be quite complex. That's not going to be aimed at younger kids.
Yeah.
That's going to be aimed at like slightly
Meccano.
older.
Do you remember Meccano as well?
I still love it.
And Technique. Technique was very...
I mean, yeah, it's quite a high price, but Nintendo have always priced things. So, I mean, Zelda on its own is £50.
Yeah. But that's a AAA game.
Yeah, but this is the software you're getting as well. You're not just getting the cardboard. You're not paying £59 for cardboard. That's where a lot of the confusions happen. People are, it's £59 for cardboard. It's not. It's £59 for the software. I can
see a lot of the listeners trying to justify it with you as well, but there we go.
No, but I mean, it got preview. I think Variety played it and a few other outlets played it. Yeah. So they had a really good time with it. Yeah, it's really good fun. Yeah, it's complex in some areas.
It looks fun. It does
look
fun.
It's not aimed at us, though.
No.
It's not aimed at adults. It's aimed at kids. Kids and adults.
Because they'll get their parents to buy it.
Yeah. There is also the customization set, which comes with 2 stencil sheets, 2 sticker sheets, and 2 tape rolls. All these kits will be available alongside Labo on launch day, April 27th in the UK. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, no one expected this from Nintendo.
No.
Like, we had the mini direct that had all kinds of leaks. And then this had some leaks, but no one knew what it was going to be. Everyone was speculating, was it going to be a new thing with Amiibos? Something like that. Was Ubisoft working on something?
Yeah.
To do with Amiibos as well. So there was a lot of speculation of what it could be. I don't think anyone could have predicted it was going to be this.
No.
So, hats off to Nintendo for keeping this a secret to a degree. I think there'll still be another big direct in February.
Yeah.
I think that big direct is still on its way. But we'll see. I mean, April's a few months away, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what other options come out with it.
I'm more excited for Kirby, I'll be honest.
Kirby does look good.
Yeah.
But I think
I loved Kirby on the Game
Boy.
What
will be telling for this is, yes, the variety sets. Yeah. What's the software like? What are the actual experiences going to be like? And also, will they have the option to say you can buy, I don't know, the piano on its own for, say, £15. It includes the piano, the things to make the piano,
so
and the software.
Is it different kits each time then? It's not
it's like this.
You can make so many out of...
5 project will be 5 kits.
Yeah.
So it could be the piano, the remote control.
But then once you're bored with that one, can you then turn it into something else, or is that it? Does it have to stay like that?
That's what we don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it says, create anything you can imagine. So I wonder if it will allow you to make
something different.
We'll see. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more information I think to come from Nintendo. That all we've really seen is that video and some of the hands-on stuff they've allowed. Yeah. They're doing a really interesting hands-on actually. I think later, so this month or next month, where they're inviting parents with kids.
Yeah.
To kind of sort of promote that, and I think it's more aimed at. It's not really aimed at us. Some adults are going to play it, but I think it's more aimed at kids and their parents to kind of bit of bonding, a bit of build this together. Let's build this together. So we'll see. Story number 2.
Oh, number 2. What?
Microsoft has not officially announced that a new Fable game is in development, but more and more sources are coming out to confirm there is, in fact, one in development.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Now, I am a big Fable fan.
What's your favourite Fable game?
I don't know. Probably the second one. Yeah, probably the second one. Because it brought in guns as well, which I quite liked. Yeah. The first one will always be the best one, but I think the second one was my favourite. Third one, I could take it or leave it. But
did the first one come out?
It was on the original Xbox,
yeah.
On the original Xbox. But it was great because it was something new. It was something new. I mean, the fact that your character aged
Yes.
I think my character was like 80 at the end.
But, yeah.
It was like a warrior, built like a brick house, but like wrinkled, white hair, and covered in scars. Yeah. Any battle scars you got, you kept, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty good. They're all on backwards compatible now, aren't they? Because originally it was the second one and the third one came out when Xbox backwards compatibility first launched. Yeah. And now I believe Fable Anniversary is also available on the Xbox One as well. Ah. So yeah, I think it was Peter Molyneux was the main creator of the original Fable, wasn't he? Yeah. And the original Fables. Yeah. And the studio.
Well, that was Aesop's, but anyway.
was Lionhead.
Yeah. Because they did Black and White. I love Black and White. It's great. I had that on the PC.
But was it a couple of years ago they did that Fable Legends game, which was like free to play, and then they cancelled it, and then Microsoft shut down Lionhead Studios. So they have no sort of part in this at all. But Playground Games, the UK developer of the Forza Horizon series, is potentially going to be the new developer of the Fable game. That's what the sources are saying.
Fable with cars, then?
Well, possibly. No, I don't think it'll be. So, Playground Games have been on a hiring spree since last year, snatching up developers who have previously worked on big open-world games like GTA 5 and Metal Gear Solid. The studio had previously said it's working on a non-racing game, but it wasn't until an Xbox Live API leak earlier this year that found out the game may be Fable 4 or at least a new Fable. A new report from Eurogamer confirms that yes, a new Fable game is in development at Playground Games UK. Information, however, is still slim because the game is very early in development. The report also says that the new Fable will be a character-focused, open-world action RPG. Sources also say that the success of Horizon Zero Dawn had something to do with it.
Whoop. Another great game.
Really good game. Playground is said to be building a 200-person team with a big investment from Microsoft. The report indicates that the studio will be building the game from scratch, so it doesn't look like we'll be seeing assets from the cancelled Fable Legends game.
So the question is, when will we see this game?
I would
2020.
Yeah, I think it's 2020 or 2021. I think will be the earliest you'll be playing it. Yeah. I think they'll say something at E3, especially with now all these leaks.
We might have some sort of trailer, teaser
potentially,
trailer.
It'd be like a title possibly.
Yeah.
And we'll see or a behind the scenes talk from Playground
and
Games.
maybe see footage next year.
Yes, I would. That would be my guess. Yeah. If it's going to be out in 2020, I would say.
Yeah, this is just an estimate.
They'll do one of those. They'll do those behind the scenes.
Yeah,
the EA used to.
As long as Microsoft doesn't do one of their normal things and go, I'm just going to close it.
No,
like they do with
not Playground, because Horizon's been a massive success for them. So, and I think with Horizon Zero Dawn, it can be done. I mean, they primarily did first-person shooters. With the Killzone franchise, and then they did Horizon, which no one would have expected. It's been this huge, massive success. It's a really good game, and it sort of proves that you can sort of pivot from. Racing games is a complete pivot. Yeah. But they're not all just going to be,
Doesn't necessarily mean they can't do it, though.
I mean, they're bringing in talent from other studios, especially like
two massive open world games,
Rockstar and Konami.
Two of one of the greatest open world games of recent times, I think.
Yeah, so I think that proves that they're It'd be interesting to see what engine they use. Now they're not using the assets from Fable 4, Fable Legends.
I'm hoping it's still the sort of the same art style.
I think it will be. Yeah, I think you kind of have to. But it has to play like a modern RPG action game is now, like Horizon or GTA 5 or even like a Skyrim, because if you think since Fable 3, we've had all those games. Yeah. So the landscape has changed completely, so they have to kind of
and that was my only gripe with Fable. It wasn't completely, obviously, because they couldn't do it then, but it wasn't completely open world. It was hubs. And it was, I think with this one, it could potentially be completely open world.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll be, I think there'll be a single player element to it, but will it be like play with friends and stuff like that, like an online?
Yeah. But
we'll see. But yeah, I'm really up for it. I love Fable.
Yeah,
it makes me want to. I don't think I'll go back and play the other ones just yet. No, I think I'll wait till this is official, and maybe after Microsoft officially come out and say, this is in development.
Also, what era as well?
Yeah,
could be even more modern.
I would hope not.
Yeah,
because I think when it went, especially Fable 3, it kind of
it was 100
lost
years,
a bit of it.
Yeah. It was, I think, was it 4, 5, or 100 years? The second one was after the first one, and then the third one was like 100 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because you always played a descendant of who you were in the previous game.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So Fable 2, you were... Fable 2, could become the king or queen, and Fable 1 it was good or evil, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, I kind of want it to be like the first Fable.
Yeah.
A mix of maybe the first and the second.
Yeah, yeah.
With all some new elements in
I
there.
love a game where you can choose to be good or evil.
Yeah.
I love that.
It needs to be fresh, though.
Yeah.
And I think they'll have to appeal to a new audience as well, because I think you've got, you need to bring in those, new players that have never experienced Fable.
Yeah.
Which there'll be a lot of. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, I'm eager to see a bit more. We'll see at E3, and then not Nintendo. I think Xbox will be showing a lot more from their games lineup.
Yeah.
We've got a bit more on their games lineup actually coming up in the news, but I think they'll have to show a lot more. We've had the hardware now with the Xbox X.
Yeah.
I don't think, like we said last week, we'll see VR.
Yeah.
This year, so I think it'll be about the games.
Yeah. Cool.
Hopefully, Fable's one of them. Next story, and this is a follow-up story to one we brought you last week. And I will say before I read this story, there are full spoiler alert here, because potentially there's spoilers if you haven't completed Assassin's Creed Origins yet.
And I've not completed them yet.
So cover your ears, Mike.
Uh-oh. La 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 la.
Ubisoft has announced the release date for the Hidden Ones DLC, and it's out today as part of the Season Pass, or it can be purchased separately. The Hidden Ones is a story-driven expansion which takes place 4 years after the events of Assassin's Creed Origins. Here, the player finds the Brotherhood having a major disagreement with the occupying Roman force.
Oh.
It not only takes place in a new region of the game, the Sinai Peninsula, but it also increases the level cap to 45. Players will also have access to 4 new legendary weapons, a new outfit, 2 new mounts, and multiple new weapons and 2 new levels for all crafted gear.
That's cool.
So yeah, Ubisoft seem to be continuing the Assassin's Creed revival with some interesting DLC.
I love all of them, but I mean, this was our favourite game of last year.
Yeah, we both haven't sort of completed it yet.
No.
I'm probably almost halfway now.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really enjoying it. I like the fact that it doesn't funnel you. You can't just go main mission. You have to explore the world and do some of the side missions to get you.
Yeah,
the right
and if
level.
you go to you can
really
go anywhere in the world at any point, but there's there's a level restriction. So if you see anybody that's higher than you, you've got no chance of beating them.
The regions have different. Yeah, which is really good. So yeah, really, really good game. Yeah, be interesting to see what is next for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
once this game is sort of.
I said to you, I wouldn't mind a game set in Japan. Or even India.
Japan's been rumoured for a while.
Yeah.
So Egypt was rumoured for a while. I remember one of the developers was saying, no, we're not going to do Egypt. It's too, blah, blah, blah. And they said that about Japan as well. But then we have now a game set in Egypt. So
I'd like to see one set in India during the British Empire.
Yeah.
Would be good.
That would be good. So we'll see. I mean, that's really good.
Yeah. If you're listening there, Ubisoft, I'm pitching you my
idea. Pitching you his idea. Next story. Cyberpunk 2017 will be at E3 this year, according to a new report. So, Cyberpunk 2077 is CD Projekt Red's new game.
That's the people that brought you Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, but this game was in development before The Witcher 3 even came out.
Yeah.
So, they were I think they were in development side by side, but they put more focus on Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Because that was a lot further along. But Cyberpunk, I think, went into development in 2012.
Yeah.
We're now 2018.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk recently showed signs of life after having been dormant for years. It came in the form of a single tweet which just said, beep. Gry Online, one of the biggest video game sites in Poland, where the game is also being developed, is reporting that Cyberpunk 2077 will have a trailer at E3 2018 to be shown at one of the pre-show conferences.
Oh.
And that a lot of sources are saying that's possibly going to be Microsoft's conference, because that's where The Witcher was shown.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 was shown at their conference. What's more, the site notes that the press will be treated to a behind closed doors demo of the game. Gry Online cites 2 separate sources for these details, so that gives it some weight as well.
Yeah.
The developer would be following a similar reveal strategy to the one used with The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, back at E3 2013. So then, the public got a gameplay trailer. I remember watching that. That was really cool. While the press were treated to a hands-off demo behind closed doors. Parts of that demo eventually leaked online.
So we might get treated to the same thing.
So I think that's probably the case.
I mean,
this game is probably 2021.
You think?
2020. Well, if you think 2013 when they revealed The Witcher came out in 2015.
Yeah.
So that's 2 years after that reveal.
Yeah,
so I think it's going to be similar.
2020, yeah.
2020 at the earliest, yeah. Which is cool. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm really eager to see this game when it first sort of got announced and when they started talking about what they would, what their ambition was.
Yeah.
And they're like Rockstar. They're the sort of developer that never release a game until they're 100% happy that it meets their expectations. They have very high expectations. So I think Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. It's
of course, E3 is June.
June, yeah. So E3 takes place June 12th to the 14th. So we'll know by then. I mean, that tweet kind of hints that they're going to start the marketing ramp up pretty soon.
Yeah.
We may even hear a bit more
soon.
before then. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact we haven't seen anything. I think you show it when it's ready. Images of what looks to be an upgraded Xbox One Elite controller have made their way online, Mike.
Oh.
The images appeared on a Chinese website, a site that is notorious for publishing tech-related news, or leaks as well. The images that were leaked were not the best quality, but images and accompanying text reveal some impressive upgrades. The controller is said to have a USB Type-C port at the top, replacing a replacement for the micro USB that is on the current model. The USB-C is necessary for charging the controller, which is reportedly going to come with, and this might be the best bit, rechargeable batteries.
Yay! Finally!
Finally.
I don't know why they never released it in the first place. Oh, I do. It's probably we'll bring out an accessory to charge your controller, so we'll make you spend more money.
But yeah, that's good. That's positive.
Yeah, it needed it for a while. I mean, the thing is, the PlayStation has one,
but the battery on that does not last. It doesn't have rechargeable batteries, as you can recharge it.
Yeah, that is rechargeable batteries,
but not like ones you take out.
No. Yeah, but you could just use.
Yeah.
In effect, with the Xbox controller, you could just use rechargeable batteries anyway.
But to be fair, I've noticed on my PlayStation controller, when you charge it to full, compared to if I put batteries, decent enough AA batteries in my Xbox, the Xbox lasts a lot longer.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, the PlayStation's maybe doing a bit more with certain bits how it uses a controller, but that's a positive. The images also revealed what looked like a mechanism to adjust the tension on the analog sticks. The leaked images and text also mention Bluetooth support for easier connectivity to a PC.
That's good.
A profile selector and a 3-stage trigger lock compared to the single one that's on the current model. Finally, there are tiny LEDs that could be used to indicate battery life, or show which profile is active. All these details were confirmed by Thorot, a site with a decent track record when it comes to Microsoft insider information. The site also notes that the controller's case, that wasn't shown in the leaked images, acts as a charger that can top up the controller when you're done playing.
Cool.
The first Elite controller was first announced at E3 2015, so there is a chance that the company is gearing up for an announcement of this controller at this year's E3. Thoughts, Michael?
Well, it's about time, I think.
Yeah, I've got the Elite, and it's a great controller. Like, it's really comfortable. Yeah. The problem it had was the rubber at the back peeled away, and it's not really fixable.
No. Especially when you're paying that amount of money for an Elite controller.
Yeah, and that was a common issue as well. It wasn't just it wasn't a few people. A lot of people have had that issue. Yeah. And I know Microsoft for a while were replacing them. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't have recurring issues. But I think when mine happened, it was out of that period when they were doing that. So I'm stuck with it. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. This improves on it. It obviously will improve on it.
It's all right. A well-known electronic shop will give you £2 to trade it in.
But it'll be interesting to see how much it costs. Yeah. Because it's doing quite a lot of decent stuff and new stuff. So I think it will be pretty expensive.
Yeah. I'm reckoning over £100.
Yeah, I would say. What was the Elite controller? That was what, £100? Yeah. So it'd be 130, 140 quid probably.
I just think it should be rechargeable full stop anyway.
But yeah, they're making steps. So that's good. I mean, I guess for like big games coming out, it should be quite nice to have a nice, comfortable controller to play them. So we'll see. Next story: Minecraft boss to oversee first and third party development and publishing at Xbox.
Interesting.
Well, they did say they were going to, their first and third party game issue is being rectified and looked at. So Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, has said that. So this is possibly the first step.
Also, when they first designed Minecraft, who thought it was going to be such a phenomenon?
Well, when it was in early access, no, like PUBG is it's not the same game, but PUBG is like that kind of next Minecraft thing. So Matt Booty. Sounds like he should be the developer for Sea of Thieves, really, shouldn't he?
Yeah. I'm Captain Matt Booty.
Matt Booty is now the corporate...
On the HMS Minecraft. I'm here to develop first and third party software.
They don't have this problem on Sky News. Is now the corporate vice president...
Could you imagine Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain was like that?
So Matt Booty is now the corporate vice president at Microsoft Studios. Booty has been the head of the Minecraft group and will now replace Phil Spencer.
Do you think when his phone rings, someone goes, Booty, call?
That's quite good. We'll give him that. Booty has been the head of the Minecraft group and will now replace Phil Spencer in his previous role. Phil Spencer was promoted last year by Microsoft CEO Satya Nadia to vice president and has now been juggling both roles. So he's been doing the vice president role and also the head of sort of first and third party games. Matt Booty is now responsible for Xbox's first and third party development. Spencer oversees the entire Xbox division, including games, hardware, and Booty will now report to him. I wanted to make sure we had the right organisation in place to deliver on our content goals, Phil Spencer told GamesBeat.
Oh.
So it's interesting. I mean, having the former head of Minecraft, I think, to sort of see that, it means that Phil Spencer hasn't got to juggle multiple roles now.
No.
So he can concentrate on other things and have someone just focusing on that third party.
He can concentrate on his E3 presentation.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, compared to who was in charge before. And he has turned them around because Phil Spencer came on after the whole Xbox One launch, the whole TV debacle. That wasn't Phil Spencer's era. He came on afterwards and had to fix a lot of those issues.
I mean, I've never used it as in like a media.
I honestly think if Xbox hadn't screwed up that first presentation before the Xbox came out with the whole TV, they possibly would have been neck and neck with Sony instead of Sony just jumping ahead.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting.
Does Matt Booty have anything to say?
Matt Booty says, "I worked as a peer."
Hang on. Can Matt Booty
Matt Booty's going to read it for you live, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I've worked as a peer with Bonnie Ross 343 and Shannon Loftus, Global Publishing, and Rod Ferguson. It's like he's in the room, isn't it?
It is amazing.
The Coalition and Craig Duncan Rare. And obviously very closely...
Craig Duncan at Rare.
Craig Duncan at Rare. I can't read
Rare Studios, who did Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
So, interesting. I mean, he's worked with some big publishers. I mean, 343, Halo franchise. The new
wasn't that the cancelled Star Wars game?
No, 343 is the Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo 6. Whenever we see that, Rod Ferguson, who was Gears of War, the Coalition did Gears of War 4, and of course Craig Duncan of Rare, which is now doing Sea of Thieves. So he's worked with some top talent already. So I think his focus now will be to get Microsoft back on track with first party. Yeah, because I love Microsoft, and we love games that are on the PlayStation, but PlayStation clearly have the lead at the moment with first party. And even this year,
look at Horizon Zero Dawn.
We've got a new God of War, which looks really good.
Last of Us.
You've got Spider-Man, and that's slightly different because Microsoft would never have had Spider-Man on their console because Sony owned the rights. But they're still looking at, like, Sony are paying very close attention to their first party lineup. Yeah. And Microsoft are starting to do that. We'll see how Sea of Thieves does. That'll be the first test. Crackdown had a bit of a bad experience last year with
but
apparently the gameplay was fine and it played like the first one. It was great. It felt really cool to play, but it looked very last
State of Decay, or is that
State of Decay is this year as well? So, and that's gone from an indie game to a AAA game essentially. So they're starting to make inroads. Yeah. And with now this, the Fable or the leaked potential Fable announcement.
I bet we don't hear anything official until E3 on that.
No,
but anyway.
But I think E3 is going to be their test this year.
Yeah.
If they don't come out swinging with, and the games don't have to be out like even next year. We just need to know they're coming.
I mean, I watched their presentation last E3 and I was like, it's all right.
Yeah, it was okay, and that's what I mean. Like, Sony just seemed to be nailing it.
Yeah.
And they struggled when the PS4 launched. There was no real sort of amazing first party games for Sony. It took them 2 years to really get into a rhythm with their first party games, and Microsoft, it's taken them longer to do that.
Yeah,
like we had Halo 5.
Well, they were concentrating it on being a TV unit.
Well, we had Halo 5, which was okay. Like, multiplayer was great, but the single player was not great. Gears of War 4 was good, but it wasn't. It didn't blow people's socks off.
No,
and so I think, we need to see. I think Sea of Thieves, we loved what we played in the alpha, but I think if that game doesn't take off, then that's going to be a bit of a warning sign for Microsoft. Yeah, because it's like, okay, so Sea of Thieves, it'll for a core group of people, like I think me and you and a few people we play on Xbox, I think we're going to love it no matter what. I loved what I played. Yeah, but it's got to appeal to more than that core group of people. Yeah. So I think if that doesn't work for them, or it doesn't review well, or it's just not what people expected, I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see.
State of Decay will be another sort of test.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Crackdown until Christmas. Well, it'll be their full game. No, It'll be their full game.
Yeah.
I would guess.
I don't want a game that falls.
Yes, I don't want that game to come out until
it's ready.
It's ready.
Well, people apparently played at E3 and said it just doesn't look good.
It doesn't look. The gameplay was great. There's nothing wrong with the gameplay. They didn't see any multiplayer.
No.
Because when it first got announced, they were touting all that sort of cloud gaming, weren't they?
Yeah, with all it being destroyed.
It just looked like Crackdown 1.
Yeah.
And when they were touting it as this Xbox X kind of launch game, because it was meant to come out in November, it wasn't really showing you the power of the X. So hopefully now that a lot of that's been rectified. Next story. A new Alien game is in development at Cold Iron Studios.
Oh, is it Alien Isolation 2?
It's not Alien Isolation 2.
I like the game. Yeah. Scary.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Apparently you can play it in VR. It's been modded.
Yeah, I
VR.
won't be doing that. You'll be playing it. You'll be screaming like a girl.
Evil in VR was enough for me.
Yeah.
Foxnet Studios has acquired Cold Iron Studios, and the studio is gearing up for development on a new title set in the Alien cinematic universe. According to Foxnet News, the game is a shooter for PC and unspecified consoles, which would be Xbox and PS4. I don't know what other consoles, apart from Switch.
We might go to the Switch, but
coming on the 3DS, do you think?
Yeah.
Cold Iron Studios is led by CEO Craig Zinkovich.
Okay.
The team also includes industry veterans who have worked on high-profile titles, including BioShock Infinite,
Good.
Metroid Prime 3,
Yeah.
Neverwinter, and City of Heroes.
Oh, well, I like City Heroes and I like BioShock Infinite.
Metroid Prime is
Yeah.
Nintendo. We are thrilled about the opportunity to explore an amazing and rich universe, he said. Our background in building online worlds and taking established franchises to the next levels is a precise fit with our product roadmap ahead, and we can't wait to share more information soon.
Oh.
This sounds like it's very, very early in development.
Yeah, very early development.
It's at least a few years away. But
obviously,
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, but with the whole Disney thing buying Fox as well, whether that's going to be affected.
Yeah. We'll see.
Are we going to get an alien princess?
Well, this looks like it's been greenlit, so this is happening regardless. And game development tends to take a couple of years at a time, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I mean, it's good. Good team they've got there.
Yeah.
With BioShock Infinite and Metroid Prime and City of Heroes.
Yeah,
so.
totally.
And I'm up for a new Alien game if it's good.
Yeah.
Not like Alien Colonial Marines. Do you remember that one?
No.
I think I played about half an hour of it and then instantly thought.
I want another AVP.
Oh god, yeah, that was good.
AVP was great.
Was that on? Did we have that on the 360?
We did have it on the. It was on the 360. I had it on the PC.
You had it on the PC.
Yeah, I love that game. I love the original one.
Yeah.
AVP 2, and then they remade AVP as well.
Yeah.
Which was really good. They like a brand new game.
But yeah, I think a new Alien game is what's needed.
Yeah.
As long as it's fresh and a new take on. Isolation was very good, very scary, but the story was really good.
Yeah.
I love the build in it. I love the fact it was one alien.
Yeah.
So, it says shooter. So will it be Marines potentially, like a better version of Colonial Marines, maybe?
Or civilians, for a change.
Oh, maybe you're like
or
surviving.
Even Ripley. Yeah, because you played as a daughter, didn't you, in Isolation?
So.
Yeah, we'll shall see.
But
we shall see.
Eager to see more of that. Hope we see a bit more next year. Probably.
Yeah. And that is the end of the news. And there we have it. That is the news. So with the impending release of Tomb Raider coming out at the cinemas in March, we thought we would talk about video games that have become movies and what sort of movies we would like to see as video games. We thought we'd do each side of the coin because the new trailer for Tomb Raider has just come out.
Really good.
I was quite sceptical when I first saw the first trailer, and I've seen the new trailer, and I'm like, I could potentially enjoy this film.
It looks like it's based on the 2013 Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I think it's going to be a slight...
Loosely based.
She's on the island.
If you've played the game, you've got the aircraft where you have to climb across the aircraft and the ship. They all seem to be in the trailer. Yeah. Even the mountaineering.
Yes. And I love the villain.
Yeah.
The actor Walton Goggins, who was in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hateful Eight.
TV series, Hateful Eight.
Which is really great in Hateful Eight. That's a brilliant film.
Yeah, I'm eager. I'm eager to see what that looks like. But yeah, I think that, like I say, it's been quite good. I think interesting to talk about all the films that we've had, game to film adaptations.
Let's talk about possibly one of the greatest video game franchises that has become a movie. Yeah. Possibly one of my favourite movies.
Which is this?
Super Mario Brothers. It's not actually one of my favourite movies.
Super Mario Brothers came out in May on May 28th, 1993.
Bob Hoskins
Yeah.
was, of course, Mario. You can't pronounce his surname, can you?
Can you pronounce it?
No. We'll give it a attempt. We'll give it.
We'll give it a go.
We'll try to attempt to pronounce his name. We do forgive you. John Leguizamo. That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Well done.
Dennis Hopper, of course, was King Koopa.
King Koopa. That's
King
it.
Koopa
Yeah. King
instead
Koopa.
of Bowser.
Instead of Bowser, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was shockingly bad.
Yeah.
It was Bob Hoskins getting a paycheck basically.
Yeah, he would just walk through that, wasn't it? And it was about there was dinosaurs in it,
It was
and
really weird.
It was bizarre, wasn't it?
They were actually plumbers, which was really more weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, Mario's not a plumber anymore, is he?
no, he's been. They've sort of quite squashed that, haven't they?
But there is supposed to be a animated from the makers of the Minion movies.
Yeah.
It's been fully or endorsed by Nintendo.
Greenlit, yeah.
Of a Mario film coming out in a few years.
Isn't it rumoured that it's going to be the actual voice of Mario, though? Is it?
I think that's what people want.
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense.
Did you ever see, and I think it's on Netflix now, the Super Mario animated series?
No, I saw that.
They did a Zelda one as well, yeah.
I might watch that as my morning cartoon.
Yeah, because morning cartoons aren't as good as they used to be. In my eyes, anyway.
No,
but, speaking of morning cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, I'm going to go with a series that I would like to see as a game.
Okay, go on
then. Thundercats.
Ooh.
An open world Thundercats game.
Okay.
Where you can play as any of the Thundercats.
Okay.
And you've got the tank as well.
Ah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. I like
Pitching that.
Could be quite good.
Yeah.
What sort of, with the same art style as Thunder, like the cartoon, like the art style?
Yeah,
of
not
the
the
cartoon?
not the reboot.
Not the reboot.
Not the reboot, where they sort of made it into an anime and changed the story a bit.
No, but would it be like a cartoon?
Yeah.
Sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cartoon art style, I think. I've thought this through, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still waiting for the film, Thundercats film, but that's for another podcast.
No. Street Fighter? Do you remember Street Fighter?
Yeah.
With
the film or the cartoon?
The film.
The game, yeah.
The film.
Yeah.
With Kylie Minogue. She was in it.
Van Damme. Yeah.
Oh, that was
an awful film.
I'd say that was better than Mario Brothers.
Yeah, they have brought brought a couple of other Street Fighter films out as well as Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. I liked the one that came out in '94.
Yeah. That
film, but I haven't seen any of the newer ones.
No.
Mortal Kombat, that wasn't bad. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
They kind of came out at the same time, didn't they? Roughly the same.
Yeah.
I think they were like a different. Let's have a quick look actually on Wikipedia. I think they were like a difference of a year apart.
Yeah.
But I do remember going to the cinema to see Street Fighter.
I had it on VHS.
Mortal Kombat came out in 1995. Street Fighter was December 1994.
Yeah. What about?
But if you look at like the Rotten Tomatoes,
yeah.
Mortal Kombat scored 34% and Street Fighter scored 15%. So 34 is not great, but it's a better score than.
What about the Silent Hill franchise?
I've never seen the movie. Have you seen it?
I've seen the first one. It was okay.
Is that with Sean Bean?
It was Sean Bean. Yeah. He only had a bit part in it, really.
Okay.
It was okay. Wasn't really scary.
Yeah. There was a Wing Commander game.
Yeah.
It came out in 1999.
Blood Rain.
Did that have Mark Hamill in?
Yes.
He was in the game. Was he in the film?
Yeah, it did as well.
Yeah.
Blood Rain was another one. That was a bit risque, that film as well.
Is that the lady out of Terminator 3? The one that played the... I'm sure that was Blood Rain.
Are you referring to Christina Loken?
I am.
Did
she get...
I didn't check that.
Okay. Did you check that? I was about to say, did she get her Loken's out?
Michael Madsen. Is that Ben Kingsley?
Is that Ben Kingsley?
Is it Ben?
It is Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley's in it.
Wow.
Hang on, we're just gonna. This is a brilliant cast. So you've got Michael Madsen is in it,
brilliant.
and he's sporting. If you can see the picture,
mullet.
He is sporting one hell of a mullet.
Go to Wikipedia, find Blood Rain, and have a look at this.
Billy Zane is in it.
Billy Zane.
Meatloaf is in it.
Meatloaf.
And Michael Madsen looks a bit like Meatloaf. Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez.
And Ben Kingsley. Wow.
But the director was Yui Ball. Do you remember the controversial... He is the one that he did the Postal movie, I think. But he's the one that was always causing a bit of... he's a German filmmaker.
Right.
He's always causing a bit of controversy by saying certain things, and he's made some really bad movies.
Yeah, but if you look at like some of his credits, most of his movies are actually like video games.
They are House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. Alone in the Dark, which I think Christian Slater was in that.
Far Cry.
Yeah, he did I've not seen the Far Cry one. And Postal.
Wow.
Yeah, he's done that. So a lot of his...
Yeah, he's done...
Oh, no, he even did there was a second sequel to Blood Rain as well.
The Third Reich.
Yeah.
In the Name of the King. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done some interesting films. He's had a bit of a background, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What else have we got? The original Tomb Raider films with.
Angelia Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
They weren't bad. It had Chris Barron, didn't it, from
Red
Dwarf fame?
As the butler.
Yeah.
Butler, yeah. They were actually alright. The first one was okay. I remember seeing the first one at the cinema.
Did the second one have Daniel Craig in it? I'm sure he was in the second one.
I think he was in the first one.
Or was he in the first one?
He was in the first one. He was in one of them.
He was definitely.
He was one of them. There is a Minecraft movie coming out, apparently.
Oh.
Scheduled for May 24th, 2019. I mean, obviously, Pokemon Detective Pikachu is getting a film.
It's got Ryan Reynolds in, isn't it?
What, in...
The Pokemon, he's Detective Pikachu.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and they just announced someone else who's going to be in it as well. I think it might have been Samuel L. Jackson, I think. But yeah, they've announced someone else to be in that. Do you remember Max Payne with
Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That wasn't great.
But
Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh,
we went to see Assassin's Creed, didn't we?
We did.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It's canon though, isn't it? It's tied into the game.
It's tied into the games. I thought Michael Fassbender did what he could with it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a terrible movie.
No.
But we still
I like the fact that a lot of the stuff in the Animus was subtitled. Yeah,
and I think it brings it back to that old adage. We haven't had a great game to movie adaptation yet, and maybe this new Tomb Raider, by the looks of that trailer, I'm not saying it will be, but it could be that one we're looking for.
Resident Evil has come close.
Yeah,
the first Resident Evil.
Oh, the first one, yeah. There made too many sequels to that.
And I do like them. We watched the latest one, and it was okay.
Oh, it was alright, yeah.
It tied it up.
We just haven't had that.
I would say Wreck-It Ralph is the closest we've come.
Yeah.
Really, to that sort of film.
Alicia Vikander, I think, is the new Tomb Raider, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's the new Lara Croft. And she's an Oscar-winning actress,
yeah.
So doesn't mean it's going to be
depends on the script and the director.
It depends on the script and the director. But the first trailer, I wasn't too sold on it.
Yeah.
But this new trailer, I guess the music they put...
It got rid of the humour that was in the first trailer.
Yeah, and I think it sort of gives it a bit more...
Yeah.
It looks a bit very CGI in places.
Yeah.
But CGI heavy in places.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, it's out pretty soon. March 16th, I think it comes out. So.
We've also got another Wreck-It Ralph is out as well.
Yeah, I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Really
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, we'll talk more about that, when we come to the other podcast.
But when it comes out. But I think that'll be... I did like the first one. I thought the first one was great.
Is there any movies, though, that... Obviously, we've mentioned a Saturday morning cartoon, but are there any movies that you would...
John Wick.
Ah, yeah, John Wick would be a great game. I think it would be a bit like Max Payne.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think third person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get Rockstar to make it.
Yeah. Do you remember the Matrix games?
I like the Matrix.
Enter the Matrix was the best one.
Yeah, I think I played that at uni. I remember playing quite a lot of that at uni. They were good.
That was sort of like a Mad Max.
What other films? So John Wick, Rockstar developing, I think. Third person, like Max Payne.
Yeah.
Lots of slow-mo gunplay.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this, but Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I'd like to see as a film.
Ooh, or a TV series.
Or a TV series.
Like a Netflix.
But Disney, are you listening? Probably not.
Yeah. Well, they're doing their own streaming service.
Yeah.
And I think the way they're going to hook people... Because everyone has a lot of people have Netflix, they have Now TV.
Yeah.
Oh, God, another streaming service.
Yeah.
But if Disney came out and said, we're doing a Knights of the Old Republic, like Game of Thrones TV series, or even like a Sopranos / Jabba the Hutt, like Hutt's and Bounty Hunters TV series, I think that would hook a lot of people and you'd sign up.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to be on that channel. It's not going to go anywhere else. So.
I mean, I'm glad we got a great Lord of the Rings game.
Yes.
With Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Well, the first one as well is a fantastic game as well, but Shadow of War is a great game. There are so many films
that you could do. So yeah, I think John Wick's definitely one for me.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of, Mike? That would be
He-Man.
He-Man.
Yeah.
Like the one that came out with Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox and Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren. Oh god. That's on Now TV. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, He-Man a game.
There are so many.
You can always Well, He-Man and Thundercats in the same universe?
Oh, they're a toy, aren't they?
They're a toy, but you could almost...
She-Ra was the same universe.
She-Ra.
So I love me Saturday morning cartoons.
But I think John Wick was... Yeah, John Wick is definitely for me.
Yeah. One that I'm very eager to see, and it's been done a few times, but it's never been done well.
Yeah.
Superman.
Oh, a Superman game.
A proper Superman game.
Did you see recently, Rocksteady Studios, who did the Batman Arkham games, released a picture of some actors in mocap suits, saying end of a new mocap session, and one of the mocap...
Hang on, did he have a moustache? CGI moustache?
CGI moustache. He's doing what could be seen as a Superman type pose.
Yeah.
Now, it could just be Rockstar trolling.
Yeah.
To kind of say, do that.
Yeah.
Because the game's nothing to do with Superman.
Yeah.
But it could also... It sounds to me as it's a Justice League game.
Yeah.
From Rocksteady Studios. And I'm sure... I think mocap happens towards the end of... Not towards the end, but the tail end of the game's development.
Yeah.
So the game is possibly coming out in a couple of years.
See, the best Superman game there has ever been, for me, and it's not actually a Superman game, is Lego Batman 2.
Ah, okay.
But it brings in the Justice League, and you get to play as Superman, but you're flying around like a Lego Gotham.
Yeah.
It's an open world.
Yeah.
But you're flying around to every time you take off, it's the theme of Superman.
Is it? Every time?
As you're flying around,
really
it's the
cool.
John Williams theme. And
That's
that, for
really
me,
cool.
is like... I remember going to see Superman Returns, and because I hadn't seen a Superman film at the cinema, and I know the film wasn't great, but when the opening credits roll, and it's the John Williams theme, you know...
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What was the... Yeah, the one on the N64, wasn't it, that was terrible?
Oh, yeah.
God, that was... Yeah, that was...
Yeah, well, that's...
Well, yeah, but it's a hard game to adapt, though. I think when
Yeah.
you think Superman... The character of Superman...
Yeah.
And the fact you've got to make gameplay fun, but also compelling.
The world's got to be big enough as well.
The world's got to be big enough, or do you kind of restrict him a bit? But how do you do that in the right way?
Yeah.
So I think Rocksteady are the studio that could do that, because they, you know, with Batman, obviously it's slightly easier.
Yeah.
But no one expected Arkham, you know, Batman Arkham, to be
the hit that it was.
The hit that it was.
No.
I'm sure. I think when IGN first went to see it behind closed doors, they weren't. They came away. Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
But not too impressed with what they saw, but impressed enough to think, okay, this isn't going to be a terrible sort of cash in.
Yeah, yeah.
But then when it actually came out, and it was the game that we all played, and it was amazing. And they, since then, you know, Arkham City I think is the better one, and Arkham Knights.
Well, the rumour is if it's not Superman, it could be Turtles.
That's another rumour that was going around, wasn't it? Because it's Warner Brothers.
We've had a couple of Turtle games, but
Harry Potter.
I would I would go for that if it was a proper open world Harry Potter game.
Yeah, well we're getting
darker.
We're getting Harry Potter Go or whatever they're going to call it, aren't we? Later this summer. So
yeah,
I'm not really a Harry. I don't like the films. Are okay. I like the films.
Yeah,
they're entertaining, but I've never read the books.
Yeah,
but I loved Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
so I'm intrigued by a Harry Potter type version of that. That might be interesting. I think that's going to do really well.
Well, I was going to say Jurassic Park, but of course we've got Jurassic Park. Is it Evolution?
The game that's out July, I think.
Yeah.
Or around when the film.
But
comes out.
I'd like to see a third person.
Well, you have your own park.
Yeah. I had the Jurassic Park games on the Mega Drive, and they were great, like 2D platform games.
Have you played the Lego Jurassic Park game?
Yes, I've got that. Yeah.
That's fun.
That is good. It's got the original trilogy on there and Jurassic World.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be good. So yeah, there's so many films. We've had Batman now. Superman, I think, could be interesting. A Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles game.
Yeah.
Now that I do remember playing the old ones on the old sort of. I think I had one on my Mega Drive.
Yeah.
When that came out, that was really hard. I remember that being really hard.
I had this on the Game Boy, this game, and I loved it. Right, but this is based on a TV series, but now is based on a film as well. Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Like based on the new Power Rangers.
Yeah.
The new characters.
Well, yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Potentially, it could be. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be. It could be based on the ones from the TV series, but or a brand new.
Yeah, definitely.
But Power Rangers would be good. Done well, I think that would be quite good.
Power Rangers.
Or a Godzilla game.
Yeah.
We're just spot.
These would make good games. I think done by the right developers. Like a Godzilla game. There is a Godzilla game on the PS4.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not very good. So there has been one, but it only came out on one console.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many films that have potential. But now with the other, flipping it back again, so with games that are becoming films.
Yeah.
I think this Tomb Raider film is going to be the test, really, because I think if this flops again, if this is another film that just isn't.
Yeah.
You know, because Assassin's Creed was okay, but it didn't do very well.
No, people were hoping it was going to turn it around, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't think it will get a sequel.
No.
So if Tomb Raider kind of does a similar thing.
Yeah.
Where do they get? Because the games industry is a lot bigger than the film industry now. I think I was reading somewhere last year the games industry turned over something like 34 billion.
Yeah.
34 to 40 billion. and the games industry turned over almost 80 billion.
Yeah.
So that's like a massive difference in terms of how much money each side is making. And obviously, the film industry's had a lot of controversy with the Harvey Weinstein issues and the sexual harassment and the Me Too campaign.
Are we ever going to see
games are suffering a little bit?
Yeah, I was
going to
say
some studios.
God forbid it never happens, but will that ever spill over into the video games industry?
It has a little bit in some places. There's the team that made Detroit Become Human, the new game from Quantic Studios. They've had some issues, and they've kind of not the way they put out a press statement that a lot of people weren't happy with in terms of what they said. So Hollywood is suffering a lot at the moment in terms of that, but also unoriginal ideas. There are some films that have come out this year that are so far that are quite like 3 billboards outside Missouri, which is apparently really good. So they are coming up with some good, interesting new ideas, and with indie developers as well. I think maybe that's where it would come from. Yeah, like an indie filmmaker making it, maybe give it to someone who's not attached to the Hollywood machine. Yeah, and kind of give them free rein. You can adapt this video game, whatever a video game it is, and do your own thing. It isn't controlled by. Well,
that's what they've done with Shadow of War, with Lord of the Rings, really. Yeah, this is connected to the Peter Jackson films. Yeah, it is canon. Yeah. But I mean, this isn't so much a film. Well, it is. They are films, but this is books as well. Yeah. The Stephen King books would make a great game if you tied them all together. Dark Tower, or the Dark Tower being the middle of the game, and then you've got It, you've got Misery. You've got The Mist, Cell.
I mean, if you think like we've had Resident Evil, the latest number 7 is really good. You do like a Stephen King, one of his books in like a first person. Really,
the closest you've got come to that is Alan Wake.
And there was that game Evil Within. The sequel came out just late last year. That's really good. Yeah, like, I haven't played the sequel, but I love the first one. So horror games, some of the horror games recently have been really good. Yeah. And there's some really good material there from Stephen King or from other films that you could adapt into a game.
Actually, one game that I would love to see turned into a film is the Wolfenstein franchise.
Oh, yes.
I think you've got the TV series Man in the High Castle, which is sort of the same sort of era,
Yeah, same sort of
alternative reality.
Yeah, alternative reality.
It's just who you would have as BJ Blazkowicz is the character.
And the guy that voiced him is really good. Yeah. And looks a bit like him. Probably needs to be a bit more built.
There's a character, there's a film on Netflix called Spectral, which is not the greatest film, but there's an actor on there called Max Martini. Yeah. Who looks like BJ. He does look like him. But
you got a picture there. Yeah, he does look like him. Max Martini.
That's a great name for a spy, isn't it? My name is Max Martini.
Max Martini. But yeah, I think he does look like him a little bit, actually.
I think Mark Wahlberg.
You think?
Yeah. Or Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson.
I was thinking Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Johnson, the director of Star Wars.
No, Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling.
He's leaving. He's going to be acting.
I mean, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, maybe.
Ryan Gosling.
You'd have to put on a lot.
I'm just picking every Ryan.
Every Ryan.
Now, Mark Wahlberg could be good, potentially. I think,
Yeah. It's kind of the sort of role that he would do, isn't it? Yeah. And he's not a bad actor. People sort of give him a little bit of flat, don't they? Yeah. But he's good. Yeah, I think a Wolfenstein movie would be really good.
What about Chris Hemsworth?
Oh, yes. No, he'd be really good.
He would be good, wouldn't he?
He'd be really good.
Yeah, sort of a younger BJ.
Who would you have
younger BJ.
Who would you have direct it? Not Yui Ball, hopefully.
No. We already mentioned Ryan Johnson.
I'm trying to think of a good... I mean, it is like a Michael Bay. It's lots of explosions, lots of guns. It could be a Michael Bay film. Yeah. He's not bad at doing... have you seen 13 Hours? That's really good. Military film about the attack on Benghazi, the US consulate. So he's good at doing the military films. Yeah. So I could see Michael Bay doing, fun Wolfenstein movie.
We should pitch a trailer.
For Wolfenstein.
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
That's the one. Bethesda. That sounds like a cough medicine.
So yeah, I think that's potentially.
Yeah. Oh, Mel Gibson could direct it. So it could be like Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. Oh wow. Yeah. He's on fire at the moment.
Chris Hemsworth in a film directed by Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Could you imagine Mel?
Like a spoof Wolfenstein movie. That would be hilarious.
Oh, they could just burst into song randomly.
Just random. Wow.
We're men We're men in lederhosen.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, that just about wraps up for our.
It does.
Our third
It's been.
podcast.
I've particularly enjoyed today's podcast. I mean, I enjoy every podcast, but talking about the
I
films.
think we're finding our rhythm now.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's it takes time. These things. Takes time. But,
yeah. You haven't got no rhythm.
I've got no rhythm.
You haven't got no rhythm, boy.
I've got no dance moves at all, mate.
No.
But I think
Unlike
we're
me, I'm
hopefully
the
finding
talented
our rhythm.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to coming back at you next Tuesday with our next Gorilla Gamer podcast.
But we'll be back on Friday with Popcorn Banter.
Popcorn Banter.
That should be the theme, actually.
That should be the theme. Or just us doing it.
Yeah.
That might
Popcorn.
people off.
Check it out. Good song.
Yeah. So, Popcorn Banter coming to you this Friday and Gorilla Gamer back next Tuesday.
Yes, that is. So, from the team here at Gorilla Geeks, I'm Mike.
I'm Simon.
And this is us signing out. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.